All right, welcome back to the channel. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody in the chat. What's going on, John Boy? Man, John Boy hooking it up in the morning, man. Thank you, brother, for the support, man. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Said I'm starting this one out right. Great day to all. Thank you, John Boy. And I appreciate everybody. And thank you and everybody else that supports in the super chat and in the Cash App. Thank you guys very much, man. Alonzo Lambert said, I got a stoppage by 8, and I can't wait. Man, I'm looking forward to this. Hey, seriously, that's really good news that Shakur Stevenson is supposed to be fighting Oscar Valdez. Absolutely terrific news, man. Absolutely terrific news, man. We got some really good fights coming up, and, between April, like early April, all the way through, or is it February? Yeah, it's like February all the way through May, man. We got some really good fights, man. Let me say what's up to everybody before we go through that though, man. By the way, we got 26 people in the building. Welcome to the channel, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button for me. Let me say what's up to everybody though. Alonzo Lambert in the building. What's going on, brother? Jay Spence, good morning, man. How you doing? He said, good morning, everybody. I'm working with Valdez's cousin right now. Y'all take it easy on that man today. Hey, man. Man, Oscar Valdez. Dude, I know Oscar Valdez don't like that, man. Let me tell you something. Either Oscar Valdez is a brave man, or dude, or he's sick. Because seriously, dude, I feel like he's getting fed to the wolves, man. No joke. I feel like he's getting fed to the wolves mighty early in that career, bro. And it's going to be in Vegas too, so they trying to make some money. I might go to that. I might actually go to that fight. That is a classic fight, man. Seriously, that's a classic fight that those guys don't like to make a lot, man. You got a really good a good boxer, brawler. I say, puncher, brawler type, and Oscar Valdez, and you got Shakur Stevenson, the classic boxer, who can pretty much do everything in the ring. Congratulations, dog, to Top Rank for that one. Seriously, that's a good. Oh, Bob, I might be okay with Bob calling. I might actually be okay with Bob calling Terrence a nigga every once in a while. I might be okay with Bob dropping a couple N-bombs, bro. Jay Spence in the building. What's going on? Noop. What's going on? Chillville. My man, Jim, the great Jim, Jean-Pierre in the building. What's going on, brother? Good morning to you. Malik Allen says Shakur drops him once late and wins UD. Yeah, I got a unanimous decision for him. But hey, man, he better come with it, though. He got to do something. Because, cats get funny when you get aggressive and the other dude don't get aggressive. Alonzo Lambert said, P.S. F. Tim Bradley. Look, Tim Bradley said he ain't got no problems with Bob Arum. Terrence Crawford's making it up, man. Terrence is just, that's Terrence over there in Fantasyland, man. Making stuff up, lying on Bob, dog. You know what it is. Jimmy Fernandez, Freddie Jimenez in the building. What's going on, bro? He says, salute Martin and everyone in the chat. Let's start that boxing talk. You know it. We about to go with it. John Boy in the building. Big Block. Andrew Gray in the building. What's going on? My man Richard said the Don. Thank you, man. Another boy. Nobody calls me that anymore, man. For obvious reasons. No, I never hear that anymore, man. I miss the Phenom Don. Viva Tu Vida in the building. Salute to you, brother. What's going on with you, man? Omar. I said Omaha. I'm thinking of a bud already. Omar Muhammad. Omar Muhammad says Shakur, Devin, Spence, and Jermell will be undisputed in 2022. Man, that's going to be tough on Shakur to get that undisputed. Devin, yeah, man, I think he can get it because it looks like, Top Rank ain't got the money to make that Lomachenko fight. Spence and Jermell, that's what's up. Provided he can get that boy in the ring. What's going on? John Boy said another one for MLK Day, man. Thank you so much, bro. Man, thank you for that support, brother. And thank you to everybody that supports here in the Cash App. Cash App, $Phenom, INT. You guys is greatly, greatly appreciated, brother. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and allowing me to do what I do. And my man, Giovanni Walker. What's going on, Williams Old School Art? Let me read William right before I get to that super chat. He said, what's good for 9? Bob just trying to look good before the court with Bud. Valdez getting hung out. Hey, man, I think it's a court of public opinion, man. I don't think the court's going to matter too much. I think that's a cut and dry. I think it's a cut and dry. What do you call it? A cut and dry. It's a breach of contract deal. So I don't know how much that's going to sway the judge, but I know that he's putting all that mud out there in public is a lot of, man, we don't need all this stuff out in the public. We got people to sign, fighters to sign. We don't want that reputation to stick. So it may force them into doing things like this. Giovanni Walker said, for 9, Eddie Reynoso is sick about Valdez-Stevenson fight. Eddie is the biggest duck in his camp. About the Valdez-Stevenson fight, Eddie is the biggest duck in his camp. Oh, okay, I got it. Let me read that again. For 9, Eddie Reynoso is sick about that Valdez-Stevenson fight. Eddie is the biggest duck in his camp, dog. He is. Absolutely, bro. He don't want to lose fights. Eddie Reynoso's holding up a lot of stuff, dude, letting that dude do the management job. I'm telling you, for Canelo, Giovanni, they're already dumping on Canelo ahead of time for his next opponent. Like, I'm telling you, it's going to be fashionable to dump on him in a second. And all y'all overly zealous Canelo fans, bro, I'm telling you, that line people ain't gonna be going for that line too much longer, man. All of that, the talk about, what have these other guys have done? What have these other guys, dog, people want to see Canelo fight. They don't care what those other guys did. Most people don't. They care about seeing him fight them. That's what happens when you are the man. People want to see you fight. Now, the thing is, these guys are talking about and they ain't even asking for the fights. They just bring up the fights as a reason to deflect from the fact that Canelo ain't fighting nobody. My man in the building, Freddie Jimenez, is that Crawford lawsuit shook up Bob and let the NBA and let an NBF fight. Yeah, and a southpaw at that too. Kevin Faulkner in the building. What's going on, man? He said, happy MLK morning for 9 and good people in the chat. Absolutely, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Sportsman said, no juice, no trainer of the year. Eddie Reynoso. That's what's up, man. Yeah. But look, man, I'm happy. And he about to lose one with Oscar Valdez. But Oscar Valdez is coming in there juiced. That don't mean the WBC still gonna let him juice. Hold on 1 second. They still gonna let him juice. I'm trying to tell you, it's the WBC is gonna let him juice. They need to get on the WBC too. Like, hey man, we're not gonna let him fight. Hopefully the WBO will say something like, nah, man, that Fetterman shit. Now we're not gonna let you Fetterman. No Fetterman allowed, bro. No Fetterman allowed. Alonzo Lambert said, do you think Eddie will let Virgil fight Boots? Look, dude, he ain't gonna have no choice. Cause Boots is gonna get there first. Boots is going to get a belt, man. Boots is all up in that ranking system, and none of those champions are fighting. If he wouldn't put it this way, if he stays at 147, I think that fight's going to happen because they're both coming up at the same time, and there'll be a lot of public pressure for that fight if they both. But there's a likelihood that after they get Virgil on that juice, the Virgil will move up to 154. He might be fighting in cruiserweight pretty soon. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Virgil's going to be moving up. Fetterman is just the equivalent of yeah, exactly. Watch. My man Terry Smoot said Fetterman is just the equivalent to drinking 3 Red Bulls. Exactly. 3 Red Bulls laced with Fetterman. Gotcha. No doubt, bro. J. Rod says Stevenson versus Valdez is another good fight to look forward to. It is, man. It's a terrific fight. I'm geeked. This looks like this year is going to be good, man. Looks like this year is going to be good, man. we could actually have some terrific fights throughout the year. Because what do we get, man? Hopefully I got a partner pretty soon coming with a great scheduling app. But hold on one second. Hold on, man. Let me go with something real quick. Man, I don't like that box rec schedule. Box rec schedule is too long. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second, man, because you know I'm terrible on my dates. So we'll go over here to boxing scene. Shout out to God dog, man. Who's the dude? Jack in the Box. Jake Donovan, one of the best writers. A guy from the press at IXX. So this Saturday, it starts this Saturday. Gary Russell Jr., Mark Magsayo. And then we're going to get Where's the arrow? We got Keith Thurman, Mario Barrios. That's coming up on February 5th. Man, where is this? Virgil Ortiz is on March 19th. When is the Errol Spence Jr. fight? They haven't got this Errol. They must not have officially announced it or something. Because I could have sworn that Errol was fighting in February. Oh, no, he's fighting in April. Okay, yeah, he's fighting in April. Okay, that's what that is. He's fighting in April. So we got some really good stuff coming up on April. 50 Bands said, Fanon, when will the date for the Spence Ugas be announced? I'm not sure. I was just thinking about that myself. Yeah, I think it's in April, though. No, we're gonna have some good boxing, man. That's some good boxing. Seriously. Now all I need to hear is I'm hoping now I can't lie. At this point in time, I'm hoping Deontay Wilder comes back. At this point in time, no joke. I hope Deontay Wilder comes back and fights. We can get two Deontay Wilder fights against some bums, like legitimate bums. I would love it. I'll take it. Fanon, why are you ducking Instagram? Make a page. I do have an Instagram I have a page on Instagram. I got 11,000 followers on Instagram, brother Goodwin. What you talking about? I'm not ducking Instagram. You didn't know it's Fanon Boxing. Yeah, man, go to Instagram now, Fanon Boxing. I got 11,000. I got a good number. I got a decent number of followers on Instagram. You know what I mean? Terry Schmoo said, brother. Oh, that's not. Yeah, he said, yeah, I'm not ducking Instagram. Why would I be ducking Instagram? 50 Band says, Fanon. Don't forget Clarissa fights on February 5th. There you go. Yep, sorry, man. I was forgetting that Clarissa fights on February 5th. Who is she fighting, though? I'm looking forward to this fight. There's a lot of female fights I'm looking forward to. Hopefully we get this year. Like, this could be the best year of female fighting that I can remember or that I've experienced. With Alyssa Bungardner, Mayer, hopefully they can make that fight. You got Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Women boxing is really, really kicking, man. I think they got Franchon DeJourn Cruz, who is no longer with Golden Boy and signed. I think she might even sign with Eddie. You know, there's a whole bunch. Don't forget Fahim's comment. My bad. Let me go back to Fahim. You know I don't want to forget Fahim. Fanon, how about I had to find out Gary Russell's fighting in Atlantic City from YouTube? Piss poor promotion, shake my hand. Hey, man, that's where we all get your information from. That he's fighting in Atlantic City. They just announced that like on Thursday or something like that. That they're gonna be in Atlantic City. I might go to that fight, man. I would love to go to that fight. Get some front read, but but he's not fighting. Anybody talking about it? Can I now say that Gary Russell needs to fight him? That Gervonta and y'all need to fight that boy? Now that he has a fight, man, I'm telling you, Mark Magsayo, dude, Mark Magsayo he's not a soft touch, man. He's not a soft touch, man. PC said he just called you the Cambosos of Instagram, Fanon, straight ducking. Man, look, see, that's when you know people are talking crazy. Why would I duck? How do you duck an entire play? You know what I duck? I duck a whole lot of, hey, you giving me any stress, I'm ducking you. If I'm telling you right now, bro, Fanon, I live in Atlantic City with hey, man, that's what's up. Get the ticket. Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, sign up to our partner, busr.ag, Backslash for 9, dog. I'm telling you, I got your gambling money over there. You need to go ahead and do that, man. Nobody prefers to get beat up by somebody younger. I don't think anybody prefers to get beat up by anybody, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, hey, but you talking about Oscar Valdez? How old is Oscar Valdez? Kind of young, isn't he? Let me see, man. How old is Oscar Valdez? Let me do my Google search on this. Man, I'm excited about that fight, though, seriously. I am serious about that, man. Terrence Crawford speaking up in a selfish fashion has done some good for Shakur Stevenson, probably. Let me see something. Oscar Valdez. He's 30. Okay, he's 31. How's Shakur? And Shakur's got, what's he, like 25? He ain't gonna be much older than 25, is he? He's 24, man. He's young, man. Yeah, he's about to get dealt with. That boy's about to get dealt with, man. Terry Schmoot, is Gary Russell going to 135 for that fight? And will the WB strip him if he fights out of a weight division? What do you mean? Going up to 135 for Mark Magsayo? No. Mark Magsayo is his mandatory. He's not going up anywhere for that fight. I think Jamel is fighting. I don't know when Jamel's fighting. I think it's going to be in the second quarter. I think it's around it. I think it's in March. I think Jermell Charlo is fighting in March because he's originally supposed to be fighting in May in February, but then I think I got it pushed back to March, man. Something like that, man. But is he going to 135 now? But he would go to 135 for Gervonta's Hank Davis. Brad Savage said Jermell fights in March. Yeah, man, I'm geeked. Joshua won't fight Wilder. He's too dangerous. Man, Joshua ain't gonna have no choice to decide. Well, Eddie Hearn is funny business, but Joshua may get past Usyk. Never know, man. I don't think he will, but he may. He may switch it up and beat Alexander Usyk. At which point in time, the entire heavyweight division will be dead for sure. Because if he beats Oscar, because there ain't no going back from losing to him and losing to Alexander Usyk and Andy Ruiz. So if he gets past Alexander Usyk, all that means is Alexander Usyk is slipping. You know what I mean? And the heavyweight division is just garbage because all you got really, they might as well run back Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder for all the intrigue that there is in the heavyweight division. Brother Goodwin in the building said, for 9, is Tank as bad as Canelo's ducking due to not calling out the best in the division? The Dev, his nightmare, and the Matrix Loma, like he play it safe, bully at age 28, taking advantage of fans. No, he's nowhere near like Canelo Alvarez. He's nowhere near Canelo Alvarez as far as ducking people. Those guys are all in the same weight class, and quite honestly, they just popped on the scene with the exception of Vasily Lomachenko. And even then, Gervonta just got to 135. He's had three fights in 135? But no, he's nowhere near as bad as Canelo. Canelo is just blatant with it. But Canelo's blatant with it. And Canelo's like on 60 fights. I don't think Gervonta's got 30. Canelo's got like 60. So not anywhere near as bad. And I don't think that Devin is his nightmare. I don't think any of those guys are his nightmare. Any different than like Canelo. I don't think Jermall Charlo's a nightmare for him. The only person I think is really trouble for Canelo is Demetrius Andrade. I think that is a matchup nightmare for that guy. And that's why they don't want that fight. Because they're not going to be able to plan their way out of that. That dude is just too awkward. He's awkward. He can punch. He's very fast. Right? Canelo Alvarez ain't taking shots, just willy-nilly taking shots from Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade can crack. He's not like David Benavidez. He's not like Caleb Plant. He can really, really crack. Another dude that he don't want to fight is David Benavidez. You know what I mean? Tank versus Lomo will sell. Yeah, it will. But Bob Arum ain't gonna make that fight. They're not gonna feed that guy to Gervonta. I'm telling you, your boy Lomachenko's a little bit past it. I like Lomachenko a lot. I do. I'm a fan of Lomachenko, and I'm not lying about it. I like Lomachenko. I think he's a tough guy and a very, very good fighter, man. But he ain't got a lot. He ain't got a lot left. He's not got a lot left in the tank, man. And him beating a Richard Comey and Nakatani don't mean anything to me, man. J-Rock Georgia said, Fanon, do you think Andrade fights Jamal this year? No. Absolutely not. I don't think Jamal's going to fight Andrade. I'm holding my hopes out that Jamal will get that fight with Canelo. I'm still holding my hopes out. But more than likely, Canelo's going to pimp his fan base. That dude is pimping fan base. If he demand, dude, 2 more of those things, can't nobody say nothing. If he goes this year and don't fight one of those guys, there's just no room to talk. There's no room to talk about all that, man. You know what I mean? Giovanni Walker said Stevenson stops Valdez in the 9th round. Much love in that super chat, brother. Man, you gotta get a knockout. That's heavy right there. That's heavy right there, man. IDK said Ryan Garcia versus Loma. Give me Loma. I don't believe Ryan until I see. I don't believe Ryan after that Luke Campbell fight. I don't believe him. He got decked by that boy. Freddie Jimenez said, hey, Martin, I heard Kambosos is having cold feet towards Devin. What's up with that? I don't know, man. I think what happened was Devin Haney called him a duck again. You know, he's like, what's up? He's putting pressure on him in the media, man. I don't know if I don't really know if George Kambosos didn't say he had a cold feet. Devin Haney got out there and said, I think you're trying to duck me. We agreed to everything. What's up? And then George Kambosos said, your guy hasn't sent me the contract. Eddie Hearn ain't sent me the contract. He's like, oh, my guy's got to send you the contract? It's like, yeah, man, your guys, you're with the big promoter. I'm not. So your promoter's got to make an offer to me to make the fight. So they're waiting on Eddie Hearn to send. That's what George Kambosos said. He's waiting on Eddie Hearn to send him an agreement, man. But on the real, I don't see, dude. The problem is with Kambosos wants to fight in Australia, and you got COVID-19 running crazy through that place, man. So it's like, who's gonna find the money? Who's got the money to put that fight up there? Dude, Eddie Hearn is talking about taking that fight to Saudi Arabia. I think the biggest problem is going to be the fact that he's so insistent on that fight going to being in Australia. And dude, they got all kind of travel bans and all kind of stuff going on, you know, in Australia related to COVID. So how are they going to do it? You know, how are they going to do it? And that's what I think before any fight gets made, George Kambosos is going to have to drop that, because for real, who's going to put up the money to go there? You know what I mean? Ronald Jean said Loma is the same age as Crawford with less fights. Do you think Crawford has slowed down? No, Loma has a lot of fights, bro. Lomachenko has a lot of fights. The dude has been fighting since he's 8 years old. He's been training and going since he was like, you know, probably since he was younger than that. He's been training. So nah, dude, Lomachenko's got a lot of wear and tear on him. It's not just the number of professional fights that he's had. The man got like 5 million amateur fights, right? And that means a bunch of training camps, a bunch of training, and he trains very, very hard, bro. You know what I mean? So nah, dude, do I think Crawford has slowed down? I can't really tell. I haven't seen anything to tell me that he slowed down. Really? I'd have to compare him to when he was. You go back and look at some of the fights where he's younger to see if he looks like he's faster or something. You know what I mean? So not that I can see, man. And by the way, man, thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat, and thank you to everybody that supports at the Cash App. You guys really do help the channel go. Thank you very, very much, man. Brother Goodwin said Tank should fight Gary on Mayweather undercard or at least Loma if they don't fight Kambosos, because we know Queen Ryan ain't fighting neither one of them. Oscar should put him in there with Linares. Man, there ain't no undercards for what undercard, but there ain't no undercard for Floyd, man. Floyd's got no real fights, man. Floyd ain't. I mean, dude, Floyd ain't on. That would be crazy to have real fights and then have him jump out there and fight a 5-round fight against the kid of some Saudi Arabian billionaire. It doesn't seem right, man. You know what I mean? Brad Savage, do foreign countries pay these guys to stay in the amateurs? Do they get kickbacks or just bragging rights for gold medal? They get paid. They get stipends. They get their rent paid. They get stipends. They get money. They get They get their apartment. They get a car. You know what I'm saying? They get taken care of in the amateurs. That's why they stay in the amateurs so long, because they get taken care of very well by those, especially like the Eastern European countries. They get taken care of. The United States, you don't get anything. That's just a no-no. You're not getting nothing in the United States. But and it costs you a lot of money to train. Same way it goes with like tennis in Russia. That's why they got better tennis athletes and all that, because they pay for their training. They pay for their training. They pay for their travel. They pay for their living expenses and all that, so they can be amateur athletes that are really professionals. But yeah, that is how that works out there. Tilo Calderon said Kambosos is holding the fights. He has no competition at all in Europe. He's got no choice to America to make him cash. He's bigger than he's seen. Well, Kambosos is not from Europe. He is from Australia. And I think he needs to come to the United States, because I don't know who's going to pay for the fights. Because Eddie Hearn is saying, man, maybe we can make it in Australia. Maybe we can make it in Saudi Arabia. So it just doesn't make no sense, man. No more fight and music events, please. Yeah, it's about played out. You know what it is. It's definitely old school Saint. What old school Saint say, man? Let me slide back to old school Saint. Where'd old school Saint go? Yeah, I don't see that. All right, man. Old school Saint must have said something interesting, but it must have been back a little bit, man. So, we got J-Lo. TD's back. Faith in the Cross said Australia is in lockdown 200 plus days now. Yeah, exactly. So how are you gonna make a fight over there when they got that place locked up, dog? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, TD Sports Takes, man. You put a comment in the comment section, dog. You wrenched up. I got you. Sorry about that. Yeah, dog. I made you prove it. I need to. You know what it is? TJ Sports Takes. You need to leave more comments. That's what I think that is, man. Why I didn't recognize you, man. In it. My man said, yes, got it, man. Yeah, you wrenched up. Hey, do not abuse it, dog. You know what it is, man. Hey, oh yeah, man. By the way, man, we got 300 people in the building, man, on this, and we ain't got 100 likes. We're half an hour in. Come on, man. We don't have 100 likes and we're a half an hour in. I know we ain't talking about a super exciting subject this morning, but y'all, come on, man. Y'all can hit the like button, man. Come on, bro. Lewis selling the belts to Top Rank only if he better come to the United States. Buy them to get them. I'm trying to tell you, better come to the United States to get them. Better come to the U.S. Oh, so they kicked Novak out. Yeah, because he wouldn't get, man. Dog, seriously, man. Will you get the vaccine? What are you missing out on all that money and all that because you won't get a vaccine? Man, okay, get on out, man. Jason Brown said he buying time to enjoy his belts. Devin is going to take them soon as he gets his chance. Yeah, hopefully he get his chance, man. Hey, y'all, hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that, bro. Yeah. Jason Brown said he's buying time to enjoy his belts. Devin is going to take him as soon as he gets, man. Hey, but look, man, let's get back on this Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson fight. This is going to have to, I'm telling you, man, this is probably, man, I don't even know, man. Like, dude, is there a chance Shakur can lose to this guy? I got to pay more close attention to Oscar Valdez, man. Honestly, man, I was really surprised that Oscar Valdez beat Miguel Berchelt. But Miguel Berchelt, when I looked at the highlights for the fight, man, he looked like just complete garbage, bro. Tillo said, look, man, Haney has been ducked for a while. Even Teofimo Lopez ducked him. And why? All right, man, I got you, bro. You are on this Devin Haney commercial, huh? Devin Haney been ducked for a while. At this point in time, bro, he need to drop. Hopefully he'll get the fight. Hopefully he'll get the fight, bro. Hopefully he'll get the fight. That's hopefully he'll get the fight. And Eddie Hearn can deliver him the fight. I hope that he gets it. I'm not sure if he's going to get that fight unless those guys try to get that fight out of Australia. And George Kambosos is bugging with all this, I'm going to fight in Sydney, if you got your whole thing on lockdown with COVID. The man is just bugging. You know what I mean? The man is bugging. You need to go on back to Vegas, do it like everybody else does, act like you got some common sense, go to Vegas, fight the man in Vegas, and if you can win, good. Wait till the COVID never clears up. Bro, we on COVID for like year 3. That's why I was telling people, like, man, this COVID thing don't look like it's going away anytime. And now every other month you got different variants of it or whatever. I think we in a completely new normal, bro. Mark Hardina said Devin will beat Haney. Davis will beat Haney. Haney just want too much money to take the fight. Well, we'll see. Brother Goodman said, how T-Ho going to fight 2 pay-per-view fights with Bob with no big names? Zapata is not a big name. It should be a catch weight with Tank or at 140 with Mikey and then follow up with the Taylor for 4 belts. Dude, he's not going to get to any of that, bro. Brother Goodwin, Teofimo Lopez ain't going to get through any of that. The next guy Teofimo fights, he's going to lose to. Or he's going to look so bad that everybody loses interest in him. I'm telling you, man, I think Teofimo Lopez is done. I don't believe it. I think he's done. I think he's going to fold, bro. No joke. Think he's going to fold, man. I think that the myth of Teofimo Lopez is gone. I think he's going to fold. No joke. Hey, my man Grant Gabriel says, salute Fanon. If Devin beats Kambosos, would your opinion of Haney change? No. I already think he'll beat him. Much love in that super chat, bro. Thank you. It wouldn't change. I already think he's a very, very good fighter. I know he's a good fighter, very good fighter. And I think he's going to beat George Kambosos. So, no, it's not going to change how I look at him. I already think he's a top fighter. I only think really I think he can beat Lomachenko. I think he can beat he has a chance to beat Gervonta. He definitely has a chance to beat Gervonta. I mean, he's right up there, man. You know what I mean? I think he's a very good fighter. I just don't know, I just don't know whether or not he's like a God, what can I say? An all-time great. I don't know about that. I got him very, very high, man. The kid can fight, man. The dude's not coming close to losing fights. So there's not much you can criticize him about other than a couple times that he got hit. You know what I mean? But no, I think he's better than I think he's better than everybody except for the absolute top guys. And that may be Gervonta Davis and maybe Vasily Lomachenko. But I don't have any concerns with him. I have no concerns with him beating George Kambosos. I would think he could beat George Kambosos. I don't have him. The only people that I say that I question him, like, is he better than Shakur Stevenson? Not from what I can see. I don't think he's better than Shakur. I don't think he's better than Gary. I don't think he's better. Yeah, well, Gary Russell Jr. is something else. because he's a 126. But, you know, I just don't, that's what I think of him. I think he's a very, very good fighter, bro. But what I'm not going to, what people twist me up in is that I'm not, dog, I don't work for him. You know what I mean? So I can give my opinion, honest opinion. And, you know, and sometimes, you know, I'm like, hey, man, like, for example, you know, I think there's some people that ducked him, but that does not mean that he beat those, that he beat those guys. And honestly, man, a lot of it's like, you know, at a certain point in time, dude, he's going to have to either get away from Eddie. If he can't get this if Eddie can't get him the George Kambosos fight, then that belt ain't worth nothing, you know? And I just think that's a fact, man. You know what I mean? Benjamin New said, Shakur Stevenson's a special fighter. I think he is, man. I think he is. You know, but look, dude, I like Teofimo. I like Devin Haney a lot. But like I said, bro, I do not work for him. So I don't have to just say, I'm not just going to keep pumping out pro Devin. You know what I mean? I'm not on a mission for Devin. Let me put it that way. I'm not on a mission for Devin. I like him as a fighter. I know he's a very good fighter. Giovanni Walker said, Fanon, high blood pressure medication let you know how old you are. Bathroom cannot be too far away. Nah, it's right there. Boop. But that's all right, dude. I'm going to work out, man. Hit me up in the super chats so I can afford to go work out, dog. I appreciate y'all, man. I got to go working. I got to go work out, bro. I appreciate you guys and the support you guys give this channel, man. Thank you guys so much. He said, Fanon, it's not going to Australia. It's not going to Australia. It's going to be the excuse to duck Haney just to lose those belts to Loma in a small room of Madison Square Garden. Hey, look, man, if they paying him more money, well, I don't know. That's a duck because it's not like he's fighting. He's got to fight somebody, bro. He's got to fight somebody. But we'll see, dude. I'm telling you, man, it sounded to me like Bob Arum gave up hope. No joke. Sounded like Bob Arum gave up hope for it. It was like, you know, I'm optimistic. You know what I mean? I'm optimistic it can happen. We're optimistic. But I don't know what we can do over there in Australia because the government's not going to give us money for the fight with it rampaging. Well, it's not going to be less money if Eddie Hearn don't offer more money. Eddie Hearn got to get that fight, man. Eddie Hearn got to come off that $1 billion, Fahim. He said when Devin's time, they had $1 billion to make the fights, man. $1 billion. They should have the money for the fight, right? Because they had $1 billion. That's what Eddie Hearn fans were saying. They were saying he had $1 billion. Put a one in the chat if you remember them saying they had $1 billion. They got more. They're going to be able to outspend everybody. They rolling over in money, huh? He works for his family, duh. Who you talking about? Who works for whose family? What you talking about? Hey, Brother Goodwin said, you cold for now for that T.O. comment. The kid is in a real dark place with his divorce before childbirth and his delusional bad role model of a dad. Plus, I believe redemption is on the way at 140. Let me tell you something. Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez daddy talk shit about me personally. So bingo to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be polite to them because they ain't got no love for anybody else. But they jumping on channels where people are calling me racist and all this crap. I do believe Teofimo Lopez's dad called me racist, all because I said that he should fight Devin. So no, dude, I don't care. I'm saying, on the real, I hope he does better, but I'm gonna call it like I see it on him. I think you're done. I think you're mentally weak, and I think you're done. And I'm going to say it out loud. Your boy is mentally weak, and he is done. He was not focused when he was a champion. He's playing all these games, talking about signing up Bud Light contracts and this, that, and the other thing. And he went out there, and he got whooped by an Australian dude that ain't nobody ever heard of. Mike Kirkland in that super chat, bro, said, go get it, Fanon. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for that support. And my man Jeffrey Brooks said, looks like everybody can get off Bud's back about his split versus Errol. About to explain in 1 second. Much love in that super chat, bro. Okay, yeah, explain that. Well, yeah, y'all heard it. Yeah, y'all heard it. He said he had that $1 billion, bro. He said he had $1 billion, bro. $1 billion. But anyway, yeah, man, don't ask me to feel sorry for Teofimo Lopez, bro. Yes, Fanon, UGTO Senior. Let me tell you something, man. Dude, I never did anything to that man. I had never said a bad word about. G checked him. Yeah, he said, hey, thanks, man. I'm just telling you, I had never said a bad word about Teofimo Lopez. And I wake up one day, and all of a sudden, Teofimo Lopez father's calling me a racist because some moron, phony, liar, told him something that he did not hear out of my mouth. And all of a sudden, I got a whole bunch of people all over the place calling me a bunch of stuff because of them. So, no, dude, I couldn't care less about Teofimo Lopez Sr. I feel absolutely no sympathy towards his son. That's what they get, bro. They spewed a bunch of crap at other people, and it goes around, bop, right back at you. That's on you, man. And I mean that. I feel no, I'm just telling you. And I had never said anything bad about them ever. And definitely never said anything bad about Latinos. Never. You guys could never, ever have me out there saying that I said something bad about Latinos. But some bozo goes on because a group of people that they don't like, they want to attack them, so they lump everybody together and throw it at me. And I didn't appreciate that crap at all, bro. It caused me a lot of stress. Anyway, that's what they get. And I mean, that's what you get. You should. That's what you get. You deserve that. And I don't think he's coming back. I don't. I think it's a wrap on him. Because he act like he think he won the fight. And you got your butt kicked in that fight. And I was very, very happy to see it. IDK said, but other than that, he cannot beat anyone else. No, I mean, he can beat somebody else. I mean, he'll get fights. I mean, I think he'll be able to win fights. But no, I don't think he's going to beat Montana Love. No, I don't. I think Montana Love will whoop him. Because I think he's done. I think it got beat out of him. Number one, I don't think he really wanted it that bad. I don't believe him. I don't think he really wanted it that bad. And I don't think he's that good. Because if he was all that good, he wouldn't have lost to that dude. And he wouldn't have looked like that against Nakatani. And quite honestly, bro, he wouldn't have got beat up in the second half of the fight against Lomachenko. So nah, man, I'm not a believer in Teofimo Lopez, bro. And I think there's a reason Teofimo Lopez did not want to fight Devin. He would have lost. As you saw in the George Kambosos fight. Dude, he got dropped by George Kambosos, man. You know what I'm saying? He says smoking too much hookah. Like, man, yeah, it is what it is, bro. So nah, man, I don't think Teofimo Lopez is making a comeback, especially at a higher weight class with guys that think they can get you, because they all licking their lips to get him. They all licking their lips to come get him. It's like, oh, okay, we get you. All right. You're not that good. You are a hype job. Got you. You are a one-punch knockout hype job. Old school saying you're underestimating Loma, Fanon. The skills and reflexes are still there. Right now, he beats all the young guys, but his window of opportunity is small. Young guys getting better. Loma's 34. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Well, maybe I am. I'm not going to completely count him out. You know what I mean? I'm not going to completely count him out and say I don't think that he has any chance to win. That would be I don't agree with. I don't think he's that far gone. But he's fighting Nakatani, and he's fighting Richard Comey. Dude, Richard Comey will never be confused for Pernell Whitaker. Nakatani is never going to be confused for Roberto Duran. Okay? So, but yeah, he's definitely nice though. You know what it is. He's still nice, no doubt. But I ain't trying to hear nothing about. I'm not trying to hear nothing about Teofimo Lopez. Seriously, goodbye to that one. You know what I mean? And even like Josh Taylor, dude, let him fight Josh Taylor. Let that man fight Josh Taylor. He need to hope he does get that Josh Taylor fight and hope he can land something, He said, Barry Wilson, what is this for hype job Fighter Monday? Hey, man, I can't speak on it. It ain't no hype job. It's not no hype job. Oh, you talking about on that, you talking about Shakur and Oscar Valdez? Nah, man, they ain't hype jobs. That's the real deal right there, bro. Oh, man. Sabril Matias is the 140-pound boogeyman. Yeah, he can fight. Yeah, I like Matias. Matias, yeah, I think you're right about that. He's good. They're not trying to see him. I agree with that. Very, very good fighter, man. Very good fighter. Like Michelle Rivera is about to be the boogeyman at 135, man. Michelle Rivera is nice too. Man, thank you so much, Jeffrey Brooks, for supporting in that super chat, bro. So Bob blocked Bud and Spence because had it happened, Bud owed Bud 1.35 plus a $900K bonus. That's not included in the 40% of the pay-per-views. Bob avoided paying that money because not because he wanted 50%. Pause. That's not right. And much love in that super chat, bro, but that's not right. Bud, if Bud would not have the 900K, this is the part that's not right. Bud owed Bob owed Bud $3.5 million plus a $900K bonus. That's not true. He owed him a $900K bonus if he did not make the fight. He wouldn't have got $3.5 million and a $900K bonus if the fight was made. He owed him $900K because if he did not make the fight. And also the $3.5 million, I don't think that was for that fight because he got $4.5 million guaranteed for the Sean Porter fight. I do believe he would get a higher guarantee for the Errol Spence Jr. fight. So nah, man, that's not right. And it's not included in the 40% off the pay-per-views. Bob avoided paying that money not because he wanted 50%. The 50% is what Errol Spence Jr. doesn't want to pay. Bob wants the 50%. Matter of fact, Bob needs the 50%. Yeah, no, that's not right. You got that. You misinterpreted that, brother. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being a consistent supporter. Do you know what I mean? That's a misinterpretation of it. That's a misinterpretation. But it's all right, though, because it can be confusing, bro. There's a lot of stuff out there. Zion Clark said, Loma is the most underrated fighter on the planet. Guy's nicknamed the Matrix, but has two black eyes. Overrated. I'm sorry. Zion Clark said, Loma is the most overrated fighter on the planet. Guy's nickname is the Matrix, but he has two black eyes after every fight, even if he wins. Peaked too early. Dog, he didn't peak too early. He didn't turn pro till he was 28. Man, Lomachenko didn't even have a pro fight until he was old. He was a year older. I think he was 2 years older than 2 years older than Shakur Stevenson is right now when he first had his pro fight. I do believe he's around the same age that Gervonta Davis is when he had his first pro fight. He didn't peak too early. He peaked before he turned pro. That's what it is. He peaked before he turned pro. That's why he's like, I want a championship fight in my first fight. Because he felt like he'd been a pro he'd been living like a pro for 15 years. You know? T.Y. said Michelle Rivera versus Frank Martin would be a good fight. Yeah, it would be. And that's a fight. That's a doable fight. That's if they're really trying to make good fights. That's if they're trying to make really good fights. You know what I mean? Now, none of these guys are trash, man, except for Tio. I'm sorry, man. I'm sick of Tio, bro. No joke, bro. I'm sick of Tio. I don't care if Tio comes back around. On the real. You ain't gonna get, it ain't gonna be no fanship over here with Tio, bro. Not for me. Shakur is ranked what? I'm not sure what you're talking about. What? Shakur should fight Loma after he beats Valdez. Nah, man, he should. Who's the other champion at 130? He should go for that Japanese dude. The Japanese dude that holds the IBF. Should unify. He could become undisputed at 130. And he can honestly wait for some of that stuff to settle out at 135 and wait for Top Rank to get that belt back, you know? So Canelo's the most overrated? Oh, easily. Dude, Canelo is. And he very well may be the best fight, but the worship of Canelo is ridiculous. And well, you know, it's just people just really act like he's fighting somebody. They give Canelo more say Fanon. Mayweather Sr. said Loma was a grown-ass man beating up kids in the Olympics. He was. He absolutely. The United States fighters are kids. The Ukrainian dudes are like 24, 25 fighting 17-year-olds. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why when most of them go pro, they don't do anything, man. I think it's funny, though, that one guy, Horchek's, got to fight Tony Yoka. I like that. Wojciech about to lose to Tony Yoka, and I'm laughing at that. I'm loving that. Let Tony Yoka, who is one steroid cheat, beat Wojciech. Wojciech thought he was going to get something easy, man. That boy, Tony Yoka out of France said, I'll take that fight. You know what I mean? Giovanni Walker said, Fanon, your boxing analysis every morning makes my day. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support, man. Brother Goodwin, Fanon, who do you think wins out of Boots and Ugas? Because I believe that's next after Floyd mops him. That's a good fight. You ain't lying about that. That's good. Where did that go? And Bud versus Ortiz would be lit. How would you call both of those? Draw, KO, or stoppage? Ugas versus Boots, 12-round unanimous decision for Boots. First time Boots goes to the distance, I don't see Yordenis Ugas getting stopped. Bud versus Ortiz, 12-round unanimous decision for Bud. I don't see Ortiz getting stopped. 12-round decisions. Boots beating Ugas by decision, and Bud beating Ortiz by decision. That's what I think. But it could be tough, man, because because what's his name's a big boy. Virgil Ortiz will be the biggest guy that Terrence Crawford ever fought. Easily the biggest guy. Jeffrey Brooks said, well, how do you get a $900K bonus for not making the fight? It could have been 4.5 plus a bonus, plus Blood didn't need the 50% because of the guaranteed money he had to pay. You get the $900K fee. It's a fee that he's paying. You're calling it a bonus. It's a $900,000 fee for not making that fight because he says, I want that fight or that marquee fight. And if you can't get me that fight, you're going to pay me $900,000. So basically what Bob Arum said was, yeah, we're going to try to get you the Errol Spence Jr. fight. If we can't give it, we're going to give you a $900,000. We're going to give you a $900,000 bonus or a $900,000 payment on top of your guarantee because we weren't able to get that fight. Okay? Because you would have gotten that because Errol Spence Jr. would have got a lot more money for the Errol Spence Jr. fight. Right? So he's just saying, look, I'm going to try my best. I can't guarantee that I can get it. But if I can't give it, I can pay you more money in your next fight. How about that? I give you an extra $900,000 if we cannot get that Errol Spence Jr. fight. And Bud and Bomac said yes. So that's how you do it. Much love in that super chat, brother. Much love. Thank you so much for that support, Jeffrey Brooks. So much. David Benavidez Jr. is the biggest Bud ever fought. Yeah, but David Benavidez Jr. is not what's it? It's Jose Benavidez. It's not David Benavidez. It's Jose Benavidez. Jose Benavidez is not as big as Virgil Ortiz is. Virgil Ortiz is very big, man. He's a very big lightweight, a very big welterweight. Virgil is bigger than him. James Mills. Yeah, it's Jose. Yeah, it's Jose Benavidez. It's Jose Benavidez Jr., bro. And I like Jose. Man, I like those Benavidezes, man. I don't understand what that dude's doing, running around doing stuff that's going to get him shot, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I don't get that, man. Why don't you stay at home, man? Stay away from that nonsense. Faith in the Cross said it's all in the contract or the offer page. Yeah, I can explain how it can be done. The payment, it's not hard to do. He's saying, look, I'll re-sign with you, but how are you going to get me these fights? How are you going to get me big fights with the PBC fighters. And they say, look, well, we're going to negotiate. We're going to try to make the fight for you. But if we can't make the fight, then we'll agree. We'll pay you an extra $900,000. And I'm telling you, that's probably what the issue is. They probably said that was like a one-off. Like, okay, yeah, in that fight, we'll pay you an extra $900,000 because we weren't able to do it, right? But they think that means every fight that you don't do it, or maybe one fight a year that you don't do it, you got to give me that $900,000. Where Bob Arum could be saying, no, I paid you the $900,000 because my understanding is he got paid that $900,000. Not that he didn't get it, that he did get it. And he got the $900,000, but he's saying, okay, well, you need to pay me $900,000 again because you still ain't got me to fight. They're like, nah, dude, I said if I don't give you it, if I don't get the fight for you, then I will pay you $900,000. So I'm paying you $900,000. There you go. I don't owe you another bonus payment for not making the Errol Spence Jr. fight, and you got to fight this contract out. That's what it sounds like to me. But again, I did not read the complaint. But I read a breakdown. I listened to an attorney that broke it down, and that's how he explained the issues. That the issue was, one, that he didn't get 2 fights in 2019. 2, that he did not get that there's contention over the bonus that was to be paid, or whether he owed more than $900,000 more than one time. And I think that's where you pretty much just come up with the $10 million. The $10 million is a $4.5 million for a fight that did not happen in 2019. $4.5 million for a fight that did not take place in 2021 because he only fought one time this year. And then the $900,000 bonus. That is roughly $10,000. That's $900. That's $9.9 million right there. Is the total of those fees. And I think that's why he's suing for about $10 million, because he has specific amount of money. You have to justify your damages. You can't just say, I'm going to sue you for $100 billion. Why? Because you didn't deliver my package of pencils to my house. Well, the package of pencils are only worth $500. You know, you ordered $500 worth of pencils. I didn't deliver the $500 worth of pencils. You can't sue me for $1 billion for that, or you can. You're not going to get You're not going to get it. You got to have you have to justify your damages. You know what I mean? And make an argument for why you think that's fair. That even if he did breach the agreement, how do you justify the money that you're asking for? Saying that's how much you were damaged. That makes sense at $10 million. It makes perfect sense. $4.5 million for one fight in 19 that didn't happen. 4.5 that didn't happen for a fight that didn't happen the next year. And $900,000 for a bonus that didn't get paid the next year. Fanon, how was Top Rank supposed to get that fight during a pandemic and Errol's accident? Look, that's what he's saying. But here's the thing, they didn't get it. They didn't get it. And I'm guessing what they're saying. I'm telling you, like I said, I'm just off of what I understand. They could be making the argument that, look, we were supposed to get him the fight. We didn't give him a fight. We paid him $900,000 for not getting the fight. So that's it. As soon as we paid all that $900,000, we did not owe him an Errol Spence Jr. fight anymore. And they paid him that $900,000 for not getting it, and that's it. We're done. We don't even owe you we don't owe you the Errol Spence Jr. fight anymore. That's what they could be arguing. How is they supposed to get it? That could also be part of why they could say that they didn't get it. But if they paid the $900,000, they're saying that they owed it to him because they paid the $900,000 in the middle of the pandemic. Because that's 2000, wasn't it? Didn't they pay it in 2019? And that was in the pandemic. So if they paid it in the pandemic, they paid it in the pandemic. Jeffrey Brooks said, "Well, let's say you're right, which you very well may be. Bob still would have to pay Bud around $4.5 million plus 40%. I don't see Bud being too greedy. Well, the $4.5 million for that, he probably, I mean, if he didn't give him a fight and he owes him 2 fights, then he might owe him the fight. You know what I mean? He might very well owe him the fight. But I don't know why he would owe him plus 40%. I don't know where that 40% comes from. But if he owed him that plus 40%, okay, he owes it to him. You know, let me tell you what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that Bob don't owe that Bob don't owe Bud any money. Now, Bud is not with MTK Global. He's with the guy, Daniel Kinahan, that founded something else. You know? Deuce Trey said he's not getting a dime. No, I think he'll probably get him to settle. I think they'll probably get him to settle because that's a lot of mud they're going to throw around, man. A lot of mud. And it seems like they're playing a little bit dirty. You know what I mean? Jay Shooter in the building said, Fanon, win, lose, or draw, do you see both Crawford and Spence moving up to 154 after the fight? I see Spence moving up. I don't know if I see Terrence moving up. Dude, Terrence is in just as bad a situation at 154. I don't even know he's going to get a title shot over there. I don't know how he's even going to get a title shot at 154. If he's not willing to work with the PBC, they got all the belts in that weight class. All of them. They ain't even no daylight at 154 for Bud. For Errol, yeah, I think he'll move up when Jermell moves up. I think he'll move up when Jermell moves up. I do believe that. Zion Clark said, hey, Fanon, what do you think about Garcia and Harrison at 154? It'd be good. It'd be a fun fight to watch. I don't particularly care about the fight too much, but I'll be interested to see the fight. It's not so I don't wake up in the morning thinking, yeah, can't wait for that one, but I like it. I mean, I think it'd be a good fight. I'd be very interested to watch that on Showtime. And maybe, I'll tell you I like Boots versus Danny Garcia better. I would rather see him stay at 154 and fight Boots. That's what I like. Harrison's a trainer now. Yeah, he said he would come back out if it was something that was really serious. So I don't know if that fight's going to get made. That's what 50 bands is going to. Officer Hernandez said Bud should go back to 140 and fight Tank. Who you got? Man, he can't make no 140, bro. I take Bud over him, Bud over Gervonta, but this thing is Gervonta needs to fight people his own size, man. Let me see these likes, man. I know y'all killing me on these likes. Can y'all get the likes over 300, man? Y'all doing me dirty. Who is Supernova? I don't even know who Supernova is. Who is Supernova? Who's the Supernova? Let me know. Oh, the lead up? Yeah, the lead up would be classic. You're right. Phoenix Sator said, for now, you tripping, that lead up between Angel and Tony would be classic. Yeah, that would be. Man, that would be. But on the real, still don't care about that fight, bro. Danny Garcia and Lubin. I'll take Danny Garcia and Lubin. Danny Garcia and Lubin. How about that fight? Charlo Andrade, who you got? I don't know, man. I'm leaning a little bit towards Andrade. Leaning a little bit towards Andrade. But I could be wrong. It could go Jamal. But I'm leaning a little bit towards Demetrius Andrade in that fight. I'm definitely leaning towards Demetrius Andrade over Canelo. That's why Canelo don't want that. That's why they definitely don't want that fight. Definitely don't want that fight. Who is Supernova, bro? Who's Supernova? Please don't give me nicknames, bro. Who is the Supernova? I go by people's names typically. Oh, the blonde bearded guy at 126. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't pay attention to guys with blonde dyes. Even Matias with that blonde hairdo, I'm sorry. As soon as you're a black man with blonde hair, I ignore you. It's just a general policy of mine. As soon as I see the blonde hair, I'm like, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. You know what I mean? Yeah, you may be a good fighter. Yeah, I'm done. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Abraham Nova. Okay, Tony Harris can beat Charlo. He can hang with the best of them. He got knocked out by Charlo. I think he got a gift decision. Yeah, Cisco. As soon as I see you Cisco in it, I'm done. Like something's wrong with you, bro. Like I don't even like it when black women do that. Like dye their hair blonde. Like what is that? Yeah. But anyway, knock yourself out. It ain't my head. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. That's kind of like the problem I had with Montana Love. Soon as you walk out holding lap dogs and getting your beard trimmed before fights, I'm like, dude, you're a little too prissy for me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like prissy fighters. Dyeing your hair blonde is prissy. You know what I mean? You're primping. You're prissing. I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do it. You're trying to be pretty. I don't do it. If Gervonta Tank Davis bops out with some blonde hair, bro, I'm not going to be a fan of his, dog. I'm just not. And honestly, that's one of the things that I really like about Devin Haney. Devin Haney got 360 waves and keeps it simple. I like that. That means that kid gets up in the morning, thinks boxing, whoop, 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 and keeps it moving, bro. He ain't spiraling his hair. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. Umar Fanan Johnson, what you talking about? Man, please don't compare me. Please don't compare me to Umar Johnson, bro. Just because I got a similar opinion about one thing. He said Montana Love a beast though. Yeah, okay. He's a beast, man, but he's carrying around lap dogs, dog. You know what I mean? I don't know when push comes to shove, man, what you're gonna do when you carry it, because I don't do it, man. It's not the kid. But anyway, that's just me. I'm not talking bad about him. That's just me. I'm old school in that way. You know what I mean? Hey, Martin, in your opinion, why are people calling Rashida Ali a race traitor for marrying a Caucasian man and having a Caucasian-looking son? I have never heard that. I don't have any thoughts about that. First of all, I don't think that man is Caucasian. I don't think he's Caucasian, number one. Number two, I don't think that that's why they're saying. I think they're talking about because she rock with Bob Arum. But I have no clue, and I don't know her. I don't think you're a traitor to anybody just because you marry somebody outside. You marry a white dude. That don't make you, if he is. But I don't even. But Caucasian, that's somebody from the Caucasus Mountains. I don't know what that dude is. That dude may be Syrian or something for all. But his name is Walsh, so more than likely he is. Anyway, I don't care about that, bro. That's what I think. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? He said her son sucks. Yeah, it is what it is. He said, what Fanon is trying to say, Montana Love is gay. I ain't trying to say that, bro. I ain't called into question that man. Nothing about that man like that, man. I did not say that. And I didn't even think he was. I'm just telling you, I think more than likely he's buffering he's got clear nail polish on his nails. And he's just one of the metrosexual dudes, bro. And it's like, that's just not the kid, bro. Said we mad because he's polluting our man, please. Like Ali ain't got a whole bunch, man, please. You ever seen Ali's mama? Man, hey, dude, let me tell you something, bro. I ain't never seen you before, Chris Red, don't come in here doing commercials, bro. And I like Champ Side, but you can get the fuck out. Okay? No joke. Don't come over here doing that, bro. All right, don't dive bomb me. All right? Shout out to Champ Side, great channel. Bro, get out of here. Okay? No commercials. Thank you for anybody. Appreciate you. Maul has more dog than Mel. What? How you see that? How do you say that? Jamel better than his brother, in my opinion. Yeah, they're both good, bro. They're both good. He said he got a man satchel. Said Muhammad Ali had Irish. And dude, look, tell you something. His mama looked like they all a bunch of light-skinned folk from mixed. They all mixed. Their family, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, man. What she does makes no difference to the world of boxing. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Makes absolutely no difference to the sport of boxing, in my opinion, bro. You know? MoneyGram said, Jamel don't impress me. He might have more heart, but not skills than his brother. Man, they're about what and what. Those guys are equally, cut. They're equal, man. Jay Shooter said, Boots versus Custio Clayton or Cody Crowley up next. I'm thinking, Custio Clayton? Really? I would think, yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll take it. I'll take the fight, no doubt. Sabril Matisse beats Love too. I don't know, man. I think that'd be a good fight, man. I think I've seen Montana Love fight 2 times. So I really can't, I think that they're all pretty much on that level. But it'd be really great, man. He said, I see the Grady twins moving to Texas and open a gym. Who are the Grandy twins? Man, y'all, boy, I'm going to tell you something. What I like about this chat? Y'all know everybody. Y'all know every boxer, dude. And by the way, man, much love to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and everybody that supports in the Cash App at $Fanon INT. Thank you guys so much for supporting and keeping the channel pushing. Deuce Trey said, Fanon, why do people deliberately ignore the facts and still want to see Charlo and Andrade get killed? What are you talking about? Dude, what do you mean? I am Deuce Trey 2-3. Man, ain't nobody going to kill Charlo and a Demetrius Andrade in a boxing ring. Are you overrating Canelo? Are you on the Canelo? Are you that hard on that Canelo train, bro? Where you think Canelo is this undefeatable guy that can never lose versus Benavidez, dude? They can fight Benavidez. Ain't gonna kill them dudes. And honestly, dude, I got Demetrius Andrade beating David Benavidez at 168. I'm telling you, man, that dude Demetrius Andrade is not easy, man. That is not an easy fight, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Oh, say a Canelo groupie? No, he moved versus Benavidez. Sabrel Matisse said Montana Love and Brandon Lee stop it. Beats well. Let me tell you something. Matisse is, Montana Love might be able to outbox him, but when I saw Montana Love fight, dude, he just knocked the guy out. Caught him too early. I didn't really get to see what he's working with. So I really can't say about Montana Love. And Brandon Lee, I can't say about Brandon Lee because I think Brandon Lee is just a little bit early in his career. I've not seen enough of them, bro. Hey, Jeffrey Brooks, don't do that, bro. Don't hate on Cass, man. He's got a good channel, bro. I got nothing but respect for that dude. All I'm saying is, dog, I'm sure he don't ask people to go around and interrupt people's chats by promoting his channel. You know what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of people on this channel listen to him. You know what I mean? But that's when people do that, they're generally trolling. You know what I mean? They're generally trolling. So I always push that. I push that out. Brandon Rios is retired. Man, I liked Brandon Rios, man. I was a big fan of Bam Bam. Don't do that, man. That dude's got a good channel. Seems like he's really good people. All of that good stuff, man. Just, you know what I mean? I'm just in my lane. So I stay in my lane and don't drag me to other people's lane. Because this is not Ego's Army or this is not Champ Side's Army. This is a live stream on Fanon International Boxing where we talking about boxing. What's going on, Ice Swole, bro? What's good, brother? But yeah, they're all good people, bro. But more than likely, you's trying to start some drama, Matham said if Canelo stay around long enough, Boots would definitely scuff him up. Boots not even in his prime yet. Nope, I don't think he is in his prime yet. I do not believe he is. Trey Deuce 23 said, Fanon, I understand most of these people in the comics can't read or comprehend anything above 9th grade level. But can't you explain to them the difference between a promoter and a manager? Yeah, a manager manages the business of the fighter. A promoter sells boxing events. One is a salesman to promote, to get your name out, right? And get you out and see the fight. That's what they do. A promoter is outward facing. A manager is inward facing. A manager handles your business. They're like, how much am I going to get paid? When am I going to fight? Right? All of that stuff. I guess, and you can have a business manager, you can have a personal manager, but all of your affairs, specifically the things related to you're doing, and you pay your manager out of your purse. The promoter they have a responsibility to promote your career and sell your career to the public, to get you opportunities to fight, right? To negotiate fights with other promoters, right? There you go. And the relationship between you and your promoter is typically handled by your manager, right? Now, your man, like for example, Shelly Finkel is the manager of Deontay Wilder, right? So he's negotiating with the promoter. He's representing and negotiating the purse for Deontay Wilder, and he will do that with the promoter, with both sides of the promoters. You know, that's the difference. For the event, and they're invested in their own promotional company if it aligns with the fighters. Okay, that's what's up. Oh, so Bob Arum really sucked at promoting Crawford? Absolutely. Terrible. But see, I'm telling you, man, they got a network deal, bro. They're not really doing the traditional promoting. In the instance of Bob Arum, the promoter for Terrence Crawford is really ESPN. Those are the people that are really. So no agents in boxing, just managers. Yeah, the manager's like your agent. There you go. Your manager is like your agent. Similar to your agent. Absolutely. Hey, look, I'm telling you something, Johnny Back. You got to leave that out of here. I'm going to block you. No joke. Johnny, if you got to leave that out of here. I don't want to I'm telling you. If you start talking about other channels and your opinion about other channels, I'm going to throw you out. I like talking to you, bro, but seriously, I don't do to others what they do to me, okay? There's a whole bunch of channels that spent their time talking crazy about me, okay? I'm not doing that to them. I'm not encouraging it. I'm not tolerating it. I'm not going to do it, okay? That guy is you replied to a comment. Okay, great, but don't. I'd appreciate it, brother, but please do not. You know what I mean? Please don't do that. Because I don't want that, man. You know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of cats running around telling me what happened to me and what I was kicked out of and all of this other kind of stupidity, bro. All because they want to mess up your name, okay? And the same people will go over there to Champ's side and do the same thing to him. Literally. Oh, Fanon, and all of that crap, bro. It's kitty stuff for trolls. You know what I mean? I'm just ready, so please don't do that. Officer Hernandez said, no, Bob is just used to black fighters promoting themselves. He had Ali and Floyd. It's not his fault. He used black people being entertainers. Floyd did not get promoted over there, bro. Ali, he didn't have Ali. Ali had him. It's a big difference. Ali had him. Bob Arum was not the promoter he's not the promoter for Muhammad Ali. He was more of a business. He was like a / business manager, like because Top Rank was Ali at a point in time. Top Rank was Ali. Alfred James in the building. Thanks for talking boxing over here. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Much love in that super chat, bro. I Swole Bro said, for now, you doing great in your lane. 100. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I don't ever want to be part of none of that drama again. Like, just, I do not. No. Trust me, bro. That shit is whack. Super whack. TY said, Canelo, and you never grow your channel doing that anyway. You don't. And be involved in all of that, your channel is going to go nowhere. Trust me. Ron Miller said, Bob has always sucked at promoting. Why do you think Ali gave Don King a chance? Don King was a real promoter. Oh, yeah, he gave him because he came up with that $10 million. $10 million, $5 million for me, $5 million for George, which, by the way, was $50 million each. Just so you know how much money that is. $50 million for me, $50 million for George. And guess what? Ali didn't cry about the dude getting 50% of $100 million worth of money to him. You know what I mean? Didn't have it. Right, exactly. Sorry about that, bro. Fahim Satora said no promoter should be saying their client doesn't promote themselves enough. What is a promoter being paid for? Yeah, pretty much, man. If you can't sell them, he promoted them, though. He did his job. He got the fight dates. And he got the guaranteed money from ESPN. So he did what he had to do, bro. Malachi Nelson said, why does Don King get such a bad rep? Because he got sued a lot by fighters. Same reason Bob Arum got a bad rep. Bob Arum's rep is terrible. It is. Like, Bob Arum's rep ain't no different than Don King's rep, really, if you think about it, except for he doesn't have, he's got high-profile fighters that are saying, dude, this guy screwed my career up. The difference between Bob Arum and this is the difference between Don King and Bob Arum, from what I see. Don King paid you a lot of money and took a lot of money. Bob Arum don't pay you any money and he don't pay you the money. He takes the money before it gets to you. Don will act like he's paying you, wind up taking a lot back from you. From Bob Arum, he's just not going to pay you. And he's going to keep the money for himself, which is why Don King is worth like $100 million and Bob Arum is worth $300 million. Because Bob Arum takes his money off the top. You know what I'm saying? Off the top. That's why. That's the difference. That's what I see the difference being. Because those guys made a lot of money with Don King, man. They made and honestly, dude, there's a lot of fighters that don't have any problem with Don King. Tito Trinidad didn't have a problem with Don King. You know? What you say, Bob? No, I didn't say Rob was racist. I didn't say that. That's a matter of accounting, homie. I said Bob Arum does not pay you a lot of money. Don King pays you a lot of money. Don King will pay you a lot of money, and then he will say, I'm going to take money for this. I'm going to take money for that. I'm going to take money for this. You had to pay for this. You had to pay for that. You had to pay for this. You had to pay for that. So your purse is this minus your expenses, and he will take the expenses out of your purse. Bob Arum is not taking the expenses like that out of your purse. Bob Arum is taking the expenses straight from the network and paying a bunch of fighters nothing, and a couple fighters he pays well. That's it. That is not calling him a racist. That is talking about accounting. That is just how you go about doing it. So Don King was making a bunch of money, fewer times. Just real. And yeah, Don King also slipped out. Don King was old. Bob Arum is old, but Bob Arum's not. Bob Arum has trained people. Bob Arum's been old for 30 years. I mean, he's been old. No, he's been old. He's been old for 25 years. Or no, he's been old for 20 years. Old for 20 years. He's been training people. These guys have been working with him for 50 years. They know they can do the business without even talking about it. They know how he wants to go. But what they did was when the networks took over, the networks cut Don King out. HBO cut Don. Probably the biggest killer to Don King was HBO. HBO went with Top Rank. They started featuring Top Rank fighters. And that's why HBO sucked. Because they were featuring the wrong. Because they started featuring a bunch of Eastern European fighters and Latino fighters to the expense of American fighters. And you're an American network. So I have no clue how you think you're going to survive not airing fighters with American fighters. It's just stupid. You know what I mean? But they didn't. But they were like, they thought they had, HBO thought they had a monopoly on boxing in the United States. So much so that they didn't have to treat their best fighters as if their fighters were the best fighters. So you heard them consistently dumping on Roy Jones Jr., dumping on Floyd Mayweather Jr., and they were the first ones that really started running the names of their own fighters into the ground. Don King was with HBO. Don King would fight with both of them. But yeah, I do believe he did take Mike Tyson to Showtime. But yeah, they were very heavily Showtime. HBO was when they made that shifted off of what you call what was that, closed circuit TV? Since they took it off of closed circuit TV and they went to the networks, HBO specifically. That's when Bob Arum started separating himself from Don King. Because they were getting that guaranteed money. And Bob Arum admitted that. He's like, he admitted that when he left HBO. Like, yeah, that really, like, because he's like, yeah, they're doing all the matchmaking. They won't let us do our own matchmaking. Right? Because HBO was doing the matchmaking. HBO was telling them who they wanted to fight and what fights they wanted to air. And black fighters went out of vogue. And that's when guys like Paulie Malignaggi and all those guys started saying, oh, well, black fighters aren't dominating anymore. Because HBO wasn't putting them on TV anymore, or putting them a lot on TV a lot less often. I don't see any of the trolls, bro. Let me tell you something. The only people that see trolls are the wrenches. I don't even see you. I got myself. You guys can talk to you purple in the face, homie. You can talk to you in the purple in the face. I don't even see you. I guarantee you. I don't know what you're saying. Don't pay attention to you. Larry Merchant was, I think now, if there's somebody I would say it would be Larry Merchant. Because Larry Merchant is just arrogant. They were arrogant. They're like, dude, Larry Merchant and guys like, and what's that other dude's name, dude? What's that guy's name, man, on DAZN, man? The guy that writes for Sports Illustrated. Chris Mannix? Dude, Chris Mannix is so arrogant, it's bananas. They think they're smarter than everybody. And they're going to act like they're smarter than everybody. And Larry Merchant would just straight up crap on fights. Like Roy Jones Jr. couldn't do anything. Larry Merchant, not Harry Letterman. Not Harold Letterman. I didn't say Harold Letterman just was calling the fights. I mean, he was just doing the scorecard. Jim Lampley got arrogant. Let me tell you, they decided that they were going to make stars. That's what HBO started doing. They started saying, we're going to make the stars. We're going to decide who we think are the best fighters, and those are the fighters we're going to sell. You never saw HBO nearly as invested in Floyd Mayweather Jr. as they were Gennady Golovkin. Never. They did not believe that they did not want to sell Floyd Mayweather Jr. They didn't. They wanted to sell Gennady Golovkin. You would never have seen them specializing in Errol Spence Jr. They would have specialized in Vasily Lomachenko, right? Or there you go, Terrence Crawford. They didn't promote, when Terrence Crawford was at HBO, they weren't trying to sell him heavy on HBO. They were selling Vasily Lomachenko. Exactly. And they didn't sell Sergey Kovalev. I mean, they didn't sell Andre Ward. They sold Sergey Kovalev. And they were talking bad as can be about Andre Ward over there on HBO. And you know, the funny thing was, HBO, Jim Lampley did not like Andre Ward so much so that he even criticized him in the way that he was calling the fight. He's like, you're just too stiff and you sound too rehearsed. Like, what do you mean? This dude came off very, very polished, very, very natural. And Jim Lampley didn't even chastise how he was doing his commentary. Like, you just sound too rehearsed. Well, what do you mean? You want him to sound like he's George Foreman? You want him to mispronounce words? You want him to be like Roy Jones and make you sound like you're the educated one? Andre Ward came out sounding too educated for his taste. Because that's what he meant when he said you sound too polished. By that, you mean you sound like you've trained to do this. And it's very clear that Andre Ward paid somebody to train him. Rodzilla said, not true. What's not true? Dutre said, the point is they have Floyd a seat at the table, and like usual, it doesn't disappoint and ruins everything in his life. I'm not sure what you mean. But look, that's how I see it. If you see it differently, man, let me know. But I know when they were going, Peter King, who was the last president of HBO Boxing, when he came in, said that they were going to listen to the boxing media about making the fights that they were going to choose. That's what Peter King said. They were going to keep their ears to the ground, and they were going to trust the boxing media as to what fights to make. And the boxing media said, oh, we want Monster Inoue. We want Chocolatito. We want Juan Carlos Estrada. We want Gennady Golovkin. We want Sergey Kovalev. The boxing media. Rodzilla, where are you getting this information from, dummy? From watching boxing, dummy. From watching HBO. From reading boxing news for the last 20 years. What do you mean, where am I getting it from? Why don't you know this information? Where am I getting that Peter King said that? From Google. Google Peter King, though. Bro, get out of here. Bye, Rodzilla. Because you sound like an idiot. I'm not mad. I'm just telling you, go away. See you, Rosilla. I'm not taking times. If you don't know, we're not going to sit around and wait for you to figure stuff out. Okay? I'm not going to sit around and wait for you to figure it out. HBO is out of business. That's a fact. Where did I get that Bob Arum switched from closed circuit TV to network TV? By having an HBO subscription when HBO came out in the 80s. And remembering in the 1970s that they didn't have HBO. They had what they had, and not in mass anyway. What they had was things like On TV and Spectrum. Before that, people went to theaters to watch the fights on closed circuit TV. And you had to get people to go and pay. You walked into the theater just like you would be walking into a fight and you paid. That's when those guys were making a lot. The boxers were making more money like that. Now they get a budget from the network. That's how you know these things. Because who pays Bob Arum? Where are his fights? His fights are exclusively on ESPN. ESPN has a budget. How do I know that? Because that's how businesses are run. What's good for not high? What's going on, Cajun? I'm good, bro. That's how you know it. Because you've been around long. Say, dude, I'm trying to tell you, y'all just listen and learn. Listen and learn. Ignore the trolls. Okay? That's what happened. And how do I know about Bob? How do I know about Don King? Because I read Don King's contracts. Read them. I have copies. I have had copies of Top Rank contracts. I have had copies of Don King's contracts. And let me assure you that Don King takes the money out of the expenses. He writes his money into your fight contract. That's how you do it. He said, let the man talk, people, for non-meaning business here. Let's hear the boxing news, fella. What is that? I'm just trying to tell you, bro. Look, dude, y'all being uneducated ain't my problem. And I mean that. I don't usually say that, bro, unless go study so you don't have to wonder. Because this is not rocket science at all. This is business 101. It is. It's business 101. It's honestly what it is it's accounting 101. It's accounting 101. Not complicated. The contract stuff, that's a little bit more advanced. I will admit that that's a little bit more advanced. But it's not so advanced that you can't learn it. So how about you go learn something? Okay? It's basic. This is basic information. And it ain't my fault if you don't get it, bro. Okay? Y'all can stop hating on me. Hey, my man in that Marky Mark in that building, man. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. And my man Jean-Pierre said, Just showing love, bro. Great content as usual. Thank you, brother. Man, that means a lot. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button too, bro. Drew Stray said, try to warn you for now, and they just blurt out ignorant opinions and are extremely uninformed. Look, man, they have to, but here's the thing, Deuce. What they got to do is they got to stop listening to, and this is no, man, these guys, the mainstream, the media, okay, the media. I'm not going to, it don't matter to me if you new or you old. If you've been doing it for 10 years, you ain't new. They are telling you what they believe. Any way you cut it. They are telling you, the mainstream media is telling you a lot of times what they're being promoted, they're being paid to tell you. Because they're not really media, they're marketing. They're marketing. That's a difference. And let me tell you how one time I had a conversation with somebody that wrote an article about Gennady Golovkin, and he wrote an article about Gennady Golovkin and what's his name? And Andre Ward, right? And this is before I had a channel. So I wrote him a note, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I mean, I kind of went off on him a little bit, man. I was like, "What are you talking about? Gennady Golovkin doesn't have 22 title defenses. He's got 8. The WBA regular that's not a major championship belt, right? But notice this. Now, the same belt that they give credit, and I'm telling you this, the same media people, the same ones will tell you that Gennady Golovkin has 22 title defenses, but will say that Gervonta Davis is not a world champion. Literally the same people, same guys. They will say Gennady Golovkin, 22 world title defenses, right? But they will say that George Kambosos is the undisputed champion. The two cannot be true at the same time. Because Gennady Golovkin was not the WBA super champ for a long time. Felix Sturm was. Felix Sturm, the guy that didn't Oscar De La Hoya got a gift decision against Felix Sturm? The guy from Germany? That was the WBA super champion. Who GGG beat? He never really did he beat, his best win is Daniel Jacobs. Very clearly. But honestly, dude, I don't even think that he was really the guy that they were trying to be. I think Dmitry Pirog was really the guy that they were going to try to sell, was Pirog. Because I think Pirog is better than Gennady Golovkin. It was Dmitry, but Dimitri's Pirog blew his back out and couldn't fight anymore. And then they switched over to Gennady Golovkin. Yeah, said nothing yet. Okay, exactly. Lawrence Johnson said, funny how Klitschko addressed that Fury nonsense and the media didn't address it. I mean, dude, that's what I'm saying, that they are, and some media did. The people that are in jail, or let me put it this way, journalism. Let me stop saying media, because media is a medium between you and somebody else. You have a medium. Journalists commented on it. People that are actually journaling what's going on, journalists talk about it, because it's blatant hypocrisy for you to say something about Alexander Usyk being on steroids when you tested positive for steroids yourself. But it was a nice shot for Klitschko to say, yeah, you tested positive before our fight. So I was actually pretty interested to see that Klitschko did that. I thought that was pretty dope. But I do believe Klitschko is the promoter of Alexander Usyk. Manuel Esteban. Hey, by the way, man, much love to everybody in the super chat and everybody that's supporting there. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Manuel Esteban said, can we talk about Shakur? That's why I came here, to hear what people think about the fight April 1st. I think Shakur will KO Valdez. He's grown into a man's body, and he's a penny in the future. Yeah, bro, we talked about that for a minute, but absolutely we can. Stay here for 1 second, man. I will be right back. 30 seconds. Do not leave the chat. All right, sorry about that. But yeah, man, I don't mind. Matham, you're out of here, bro. That's not what I went for, bro, but you got to get out. See you later, homie. See ya. Ron Miller said, Martin, the WBC. Dog, I'm trying to tell you, dog, I don't need you here, man. No joke. Martin, is the WBC raised the computer all levels, not other organizations? Canelo being undisputed has not failed tests from other bodies. Doesn't that mean he's clean now? No, because they were never on VADA. They were never on VADA. They're never on VADA. They're on VADA. So no, the WB, the reason he popped dirty is because they heightened the standards with the WBC and the VADA testing. That's what it is. The CIA is the only reason Lil Baby, Meg Stallion, Cardi B, and other garbage y'all think is hot. What? Oh, that's not for me, bro. Anyway, Mel said, Fanon, in your opinion, what prevents true black ownership in corporate America? No matter how much money they make, they never achieve true ownership and control because it's one system. Because it's all one system. Because it's one population of people. And as soon as you grow to a certain level, people will start competing with you. And when you have gigantic corporations, you're not able to compete with them. So what winds up happening is minority businesses wind up competing with each other. And they wind up getting cutthroat on each other. Because they're all trying to fight to be that guy. So that they can then cross over and sell and then sell. It's just, there's a lot of black businesses that do very well for very long times, but they're not major corporations. They're going to be smaller businesses that are service-oriented businesses, right? Service-oriented businesses in areas and neighborhoods that develop their clientele and all of that, So, like this is a black business right here. It is. It's a minority-owned business. And I consider this what I'm doing a business. And you guys support. And you guys support often. I really appreciate it. That's why I say thank you every time for supporting. Because that's what you're doing when you're supporting this. But I don't know. Sometimes people don't think of anything you do as a business. Think about how many different ways you can make money. Right? And as long as you're organizing your affairs and you're providing a good or a service, that's a business. You know what I mean? We just support other businesses. You know what I mean? Olipolis. Yeah, I mean, it is. Pirog was an Eastern European bred fighter who had a slick style because he was constantly walking VHA taps of black American fighters like Leonard Whitaker and the rest. Yeah, he's a good fighter, bro. I'm glad. I hate that he didn't make his career, that he got hurt and didn't get to get his full going on, man. Exactly. Salute and support your black-owned business, Fanon. Absolutely, man. Yeah, and I support you. I appreciate you guys for supporting me, and any Latino, that supports, and any person that is of European descent that supports. I really do appreciate you, bro. I do. The older I get, man, I know it really, really is one unit. You know what I mean? And honestly, in order for black businesses to really thrive, you need the support, not just of black people. You need the support of white people to buy your products and or your services. Same thing, Latinos for your services, all of that. You got to be able to, in order to grow, you got to grow out. It's black market got a lot of money, but there's a lot more money with everybody. It's just what it is. And eventually somebody big is going to come along and then they're going to offer you a lot of money if you get big enough. And your whole purpose of being in business was to make money, right? So you take the money, they take the business. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? Hey, Fanon, I really want to know what you think about Freeway Rick Ross starting his own promotion. I wish him the best of luck. I wish Freeway Rick Ross I had him on my channel before. So he seems like a good dude, and I hope that he does well. Hope that he treats his boxers fairly and is very successful. You know what I mean? And I hope that he's good at what he does. Because the most important thing is whether or not he's good at what he does. You know what I mean? It's not what he did in his past lifetime or what all of that. What's good is he going to do a good job for his fighters? And I certainly hope that he does that, and that he makes good money doing well for his fighters. That's what I think of it. Powerhouse Watson said, since it's Ali's birthday, in your opinion, what fight made him the greatest? Much love in that super chat, bro. The Foreman fight. The Foreman fight. George Foreman made him the greatest. You're the greatest. George Foreman. Nobody supporting Dillian White, Terry. Ain't no Dillian White fans around here, bro. But anyway, we can get back on the Valdez thing. He said, Fanon, what did he say? Hey, Fanon, I'm going to be honest. Valdez is going to be extremely juiced for this fight because of the fact that he didn't get punished his first fight. I think you can expect that. I don't think it's going to make any difference. Well, he said his fight against the government. Yeah, that is. I mean, I assumed you meant boxing in a boxing ring. You know what I mean? BGW, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Yo, Fanon, bringing them facts. Said, I heard yesterday the WBC had removed Conor Ben from their rankings for not signing up for their clean boxing scheme. Not sure if it's true. Have you heard anything? I have not heard that. Much love in that super chat, bro. I've not heard it, but we can check. We can check unless they didn't update it. Hold on. I swear the WBC got mail. What is he? He's a welterweight, right? I don't see him in there. In the top 15. He'd have to, if he's in the top, he ain't in the top 15. He ain't in the top 15. So I don't know, but I can't tell if he was there before or not. But he's not in the ranking system right now. Fanon, did you see that Kodak Black did an NHL game? Did it? Nah, man. And Kodak, man. Dog, I don't even, man, I don't want to talk about rappers. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the comment, bro. I'm not getting into conversations about rappers. S1 does say Valdez last fight was rough to watch, mainly because of the commentating by Ward and Bradley. Valdez can hit open to being hit by a wide variety of punches. His defense leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, but you know what's funny though? That's what I thought. And then there's this guy that that has a contract with what is it called? CompuBox. That said that was like he's not hit a lot by his opponents. So they're like he's making an argument that he's going to be too elusive. That it'd be too elusive for Shakur Stevenson. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Does the winner of Valdez-Stevenson get the winner of Haney Cambosos? No. Those are two different weight classes, Fred. 130. Hold on one second, man. I would think that the winner would get. Why do they still got? Boxing scene is wrong as rain right here. They got Gervonta Davis is the champion at 130, and he dropped that belt. But I think it would be against Ogawa or the WBA or the winner of or the winner of Gutierrez. Matter of fact, that's who the super champion is. I think it's Gutierrez. No, Shakur is not 126. Shakur is 130. Shakur is 130. He's not 126. He used to be 130. Now he's 126. But the 130-pound WBA champion is going to be the super champion. Is going to be the winner of Chris Colbert versus Gutierrez. And I suspect that that's going to be Chris Colbert. So I think Chris Colbert is going to be the champion there. And then you got Ogawa. So after Shakur fights Valdez and we get a winner of that fight, then the winner of that fight is going to hopefully would get the winner of would either get Ogawa or the winner of Chris Colbert versus Gutierrez. At least that's how I recall how that's done. Oh, and by the way, I know my boxing, bozos. And much love to everybody that supports in that super chat and the Cash App. Thank you very, very much, bro, for supporting the channel in the way that matters. You know, y'all support the channel in the way that matters. Not running around trying to start crap with other channels saying Fanon's Army. You know, stuff like that. That ain't done trying to do nothing but irritate somebody. You know, thank you for supporting, being real supporters. Because you can support them too. Ain't no mutual, it ain't monogamous. I do not need for you to be monogamous to this. This is a polygamous channel, bro. Y'all can love every other channel y'all want. Just make sure y'all come around here before you go or when you're done. You know what I mean? And stop lurking, hit that like button. Yeah, man, come on, man. We got 400 people hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never asked y'all. I ain't never said it's got to be this channel and nobody else. You know, enjoy your other channels. But I appreciate y'all that really do support in the super chat and the Cash App. It really does mean a lot, bro. Said, wait, Shakur is 126. Why not going after Gary Russell? Because he's not, Tony Robinson. He's 130. He was 26. He's not anymore. And the reason why he ain't going for him is because nobody goes for Gary Russell Jr. unless that's the only shot that they have to get a belt. That's it. Because he's the boogeyman at 126. They literally tell you, hey, man, he isn't real. Ain't that what they say about the boogeyman? There's no boogeyman. When have you seen the boogeyman? When have you? And that's what they say about, I don't even know where he is. When's the last time he fought? When's the last time you saw that boogeyman? Exactly. That's what you say to boogeyman. Whenever you look, he ain't there, right? Exactly. You can't, that's how people treat the boogeyman, like he ain't real. Just like Gary Russell Jr. Like he ain't real. Like everybody just keeps going right on past that division, never fighting him, and it's all on him. You know what I mean? And they never mention his name. They never say nothing about him unless it's to say, when's the last time he fought? And then guess what? If he beats Mark Magsayo, right, he would have fought. So the next week, he only fights once a year. Well, he fought last week. What you mean? He fought? He just fought. I never saw. And they gonna do that on you, bro. Trust me, bro. Terry Schmoo said Leo Santa Cruz the boogeyman at 126 style, man. If only it was true. Do straight sad but true. Their favorite fight wouldn't, you know what if they were on fire? I'm not sure what that means, man. Wouldn't know them if they were on fire. They wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire, is the saying. Mellow Fresh said the boogeyman is Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney ain't the boogeyman, bro. Devin Haney is the guy that's got a promoter that got to come up off that money. That's what he got. Devin Haney is the man with a promoter that needs to come off that money. You know what I'm saying? He's out. Tony Robbins said, hey, I got you, brother. Ain't no worries, man. That's what we here for. That's what we here for, bro. Oh, hey, Larry Lambert, he's joking, man. He got you. He got you. Deuce Trey said I was being PG for now. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. You ain't got to be PG in the chat. You can cuss. I'm PG. I'm PG-13. I'm not. Well, yeah, PG-13. Sometimes I may go a little bit, but not too hard. I ain't gonna go too hard on you. Let me check them likes, man. Can we get the likes over 400, bro? It'd be greatly appreciated, man. What is Promotion making big offers? Hey, look, man. He said he got $1 billion to make fights. And if DAZN got $40 million to pay Canelo Alvarez to fight Yaldemir, come on, man. You got to have some money to get Devin Haney and Kambosos. You got to, right? They poured all that money into Canelo. Man, Canelo got over like a fat cat, boy. Woo, he got over like a fat cat. TJ in the building. Much love in that super chat, man. He said, I think Devin Haney should take the franchise and not give Loma a shot like he did and see if the WBC changes the rules again. It's only right. I hope, hey, well, look, man, they just need to pay that dude for that fight, bro. Just no joke. Pay the man for that fight. And my man, Shazaka Q Clark said, keep up the good work. Thanks. Brother, thank you so much for supporting the channel, boy. That is big. Thank you, Shazak Q Clark. Shazam. Leave it like that. Shazam. I like that name. That's like Shazam in this biatch. Oh. Dang, I guess. Oh, you can't see it hanging up. Oh, I do need to do that, bro. I do need to do that. T-Dub said, Devin Haney is also the man that needs to handle his father. Some of these sports dad, hey, his dad doing what his dad's supposed to. I'm trying to tell you, his dad is all business. No joke, man. I got a lot of respect for Bill Haney. Bill Haney ain't shy about trying to get what he got to get. And you can't hate on that, man. No joke. I don't have to agree with him. I can respect that. I respect that man. No joke. Because he's not sitting around. First of all, he's a lot smarter than Teofimo Lopez's dad is. Way smarter. Okay? Like IQ level here. Bill Haney's a smart guy. He's a very intelligent guy. Very intelligent guy. And that dude hustles for what he gets. He hustles and hustled for what he got. No joke. And he's got a smart son in Devin Haney. They're very intelligent guys, man. And they're doing what they got to do to succeed. And his son ain't out there being idiotic. You know what I mean? He's spending a lot of money, but even then I have a suspicion they getting a deal on that jewelry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go, Shazak. Not even close. Yeah, he's a way smarter dude, man. Man, Bill, hey, dude, no joke, man. Bill Haney is one of the smartest guys that I've talked to associated with boxing. Personally. One of the most intelligent. Very bright guy, man. Raven said, put it in the line, my friend. Who do you think is winning? Put it on the line, my friend. Who do you think is winning Shakur Valdez? If Shakur can win, how can he lose? Oh, dude, look. I got Shakur-Stevenson beating him by unanimous decision. By outboxing him, counterpunching him. And honestly, dude, I got him walking him down and beating him up. Walking him down, slipping shots, walking Oscar Valdez down and hurting Oscar Valdez. And just straight up hitting him and not getting hit. I'm telling you, Oscar Valdez is in a lot of trouble. That's a different level fighter that's a different level fighter. I will be shocked if Oscar Valdez pulls off that fight. From looking at that Conceição fight, here's the problem. Only issue is if Shakur-Stevenson endurance can't last and he gets tired. And Oscar Valdez, who I do believe is on PEDs, can wear him down at the end of the fight. That's the only hope that I think that man has. Curtis Sewell said Bill Haney ain't no, he's way smarter. Man, dude, way smarter. And went for the money. Ain't shy. And broke bridges. Probably burned a lot of bridges to get his son money by going over there. I'm telling you, man, do that. They already cashed in. They already made their money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Fahim Sator said, in other words, making Valdez look stupid. Pretty much, bro. Bad News 0223 said, what's going on, Fanon? I'm chilling, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for your support, bro. Thank you so much for supporting in the way that counts, man. My man George Wood said, good morning from Gwinnett County, Georgia. Man, that's right outside ATL. From Gwinnett County. That's what's up. Shout out to is ATL that? Atlanta is that in Gwinnett? Or is Gwinnett like south of Atlanta? I used to live in Atlanta, dog. Only place, dog, I'm telling you, I got out of there, dude. I got out of Atlanta. I was like, I'm sorry, I got to go. Like, I made a mistake of moving down. Like, I lived right across the street from the Federal Reserve, like right off Peachtree, right pretty much downtown, right close to Piedmont Park, not too far from Piedmont Park. Oh, yeah, Fulton County. Thank you very much. So Gwinnett is a little bit south, right? Is that right? I was like, I got to go. Oh, east. Thank you, George Woods. I was like, I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what the heck? Anyway, Deuce Trey said, think about legacy. Would you want your favorite fighter to have a jail record, getting sued, and fighting YouTubers from the Middle East? Would I want my fighter to have a jail record? No. Get sued? No. Fight YouTubers from the Middle East? No. But would I want my fighter to be an all-time great? Make $500 million and give me a bunch of entertaining fights? Yes. Got to take the good with the bad, man. Got to take the good with the bad. Floyd Mayweather did a little tink. Nah, I thought he's talking about Floyd. There ain't no fight. He can't talk. He has to be talking about Floyd. Adrian Bronner ain't fought a YouTuber. Only guy that says have a jail record, get sued, and fighting YouTubers in the Middle East is Floyd. Even though I don't know if Floyd's got sued though, so I don't know. Floyd may not have got sued. You talking about the problem? Oh, okay. He ain't never fought a YouTuber. Is he fighting him next? I haven't heard that. Did Ali's daughter speak on the Crawford situation? How do you feel about it? She didn't speak directly about the Terrence Crawford situation. She said that she's glad that her son, she said that Bob Arum stood with my father when in the 1960s, and that she's glad that her son is with him. And her son is a black dude. So he's glad that her father is proud that her son's with Top Rank. That's all she did. She vouched and said she didn't feel like Bob Arum was a racist, which can all be true. Bob Arum did stand with Ali during that time period. He got paid a lot of money to do it. A lot of money to do it. He wound up making $300 million off of standing with Ali. So, I can only be so impressed. However, man, dude, I'm trying to tell you, man, not everybody. First of all, you could have people that, like, I had childhood friends that, dude, never called me the N-word ever. A whole bunch of them around me did. Some of them never did, never gave me problems, none of that stuff, bro. I'm telling you. However, as I look at them when they're older, I know, dude, that even though they did not necessarily see that they had prejudice, man, her son is black. Her mama black, daddy, it's a black dude. The dude says he's black. He's black. Please stop doing that to people, bro. I'm not calling him mixed. I'm calling him black. Fuck up out of here with that shit, dude. It's black people. What if you got a black parent? You're black. That's what it is, bro. I'm not doing that shit. You're not about to throw people out of, like, you don't get to decide who's black. Now well, you're mixed. Man, he ain't white. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Fanon, do you think Shakur getting Valdez fight is Top Rank trying to combat what Crawford is alleging? I don't know. It's mighty convenient, though. So Keith Thurman's black? Of course Keith Thurman's black. Man, stop. Go away. No, it is not. Really is mixed, right? Mixed is mixed? Okay. Brandon Lee is mixed, isn't he? He's mixed, ain't he? Mexican and Korean, right? He's mixed, ain't he? That makes him the same thing as Andre Ward, who's Italian and black. They're both mixed, aren't they? Aren't they both mixed race? Huh? Thank you. So, stop. Right there. Somebody's Mexican and Puerto Rican. Aren't they mixed? Right? Aren't they? Somebody's Japanese and Irish. Are they the same thing as Ali Walsh is? Stop. First of all, everybody in America, dang near everybody in America, if you do your dumb DNA test, will tell you how much white you got in you. Stop. My wife got 2 black parents and is 60% Caucasian. 60%. And she's got 2 black parents. Stop. That shit never worked until recently. For hundreds and hundreds of years, nobody had a problem with that. Exactly. So it was a black American and a Nigerian mixed. Exactly. That's mixed, right? Stop. Dude, it's just that. I mean, I know what that is about, man. I'm not gonna pull his wrench. It's just silly, man. It's just that it's a classification. Stop. Anyway, I don't mind doing it. I'll do it every once in a while. Don't fall for the troll bait. No, they're not troll. Anyway, it is what it is. But obviously, Keith Thurman is black. Ask Keith Thurman. Obviously, Andre Ward is a black fighter. Okay? Obviously, he is. Without a doubt, no doubt about it, he is. Regardless, if you have white in you or not, they'll call you whatever race you look like, or they find out that you are. Fanon, so is Ali Walsh black? Then what is Brandon Lee according to your logic? Just curious. I don't have a logic. He ain't white. Mo Lester. Go ask Brandon Lee what he is. He ain't black. I know that. Yeah, Andre Ward's not black. Whatever. Okay, good luck with that. Anyway, tell that to the police officer. Anyway, Giovanni Walker said if Stevenson gets the Valdez fight, he's going to go to 100 in his training camp. Oh, he's going to get that fight, man. Yeah, I'm not going to continue with that conversation, bro. You guys just silly about that. It ain't up for you to choose. Anyway, Deuce Trey 23 said, I don't know why people want to have a negative mentality and blame someone else for their own choices and shortcomings. I don't know what you're talking about. Giovanni Walker said, yeah, exactly, dude. The dude is, you are the seed of your father. Dude, stop. Then you're the seed of your mama. Then you're the seed of your grandfather, aren't you? If you're the seed of your father, then you're the seed of your grandfather. I don't know if you checked it or not, but you got men on both sides of your family in equal number. You got just as many male descendants from your mother as you do your father. That's sex. That's not ethnicity. 2 different things, bro. Did you see the sparring of Shakur against a middleweight? Yeah, I've seen a lot, man. That dude can fight. No doubt about it. But I'm done with that subject. Please leave me alone. And much love to everybody that supports in the chat and the super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for all you do. And by the way, make sure before you guys wager on your sports, support the channel at busr.ag/Fanon. Use the promotional code Fanon, and you will most definitely get benefit for your gambling dollar. If you're the seed of your father, then you are also the seed of your mother. Because your mother is the seed of her father. Stop. If you do that, you go all the way back to us all being related. That seed goes back to the same place. Think about it. Any way you cut it, it all goes back to the same place. There is no race. Race is a social category. It is not a physical reality. You go back to the original person, Lucy. Your seed goes all the way back to the same source. Race is not real, dude. It's a social category, bro. If you're in South Africa, you may not be black. In the United States, you're black. In South Africa, you could be mixed raced. And as soon as you get over here, you're black. If you're in Egypt, you can be black. As soon as you get to the United States, you become Caucasian just because you're from Egypt. Telling you, it's all nonsense, bro. It's man-made. That's why you trying to tell people who they are and who they're not. It's silly. Hey, say, yeah, and I used it yesterday. I won. Oh, say, yeah, I used it yesterday and won. So thanks for the connection to BUSR. I got my payout this morning. So thanks. So thanks again for now. There you go, brother. All right. Shout out to BUSR. Shout out to BSR. And thank you for supporting, man, over there, man. Appreciate you for doing all your betting over there at BUSR. And it's easy to get your money out, unlike other places like Boveda and all that, bro. Said, any word on Tank's hand and the next possible opponent? Not that I've heard. Why do you think Floyd is holding Tank from big fights? Because there aren't any big fights at lightweight right now. That's what he's saying. He's saying those guys are not big fights. He's saying they're not big fights. That's what Leonard Ellerby said. And he was pretty straight with it. Dude, it always goes back to the same place, dude. That genetics is, dude, I listened to I hate that I'm doing this, but I was listening to a geneticist talk. He's like, look, this is all stupid. He was like, literally, he said all this DNA where you're descended from, he's like, it's all stupid. Because once you go back 16 generations, everybody's related. The only question is how far you have to go back to be related. And he's like, dude, they don't care. And the geneticist is like, I don't care if you are in the middle of the Amazon jungle. If you go back from that guy back 17, 18 generations, you're going to run in and be cousins. That's how it works, bro. And even like when they say you're from this place or that place, they're like, dude, people migrated all over the place, bro. Hey, dang, I missed your super chat, my bad. People migrate. They've been migrating for millions of years, for what might be millions of years. So you don't know, man, human beings have been around a long time. A long, long, long time. Oh, did I get him? I'm sorry, man. Let me go make sure I don't miss your super chat, brother. Sorry about that. Hold on one second. Who said I missed it? Man, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I didn't miss a super chat. BGW Finn said, yo, bro, oh, you bringing facts. Think Devin should franchise. Put it in a line, my friend. Okay, on the line. Bad News said, what's good, Fanon? And George Woods, much love in that super chat to you, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't think I missed a super chat. I think you're messing with me, brother. Put it down there again, and I'll put a comment in the comment section, and I'll see if I miss it. But I don't think I missed it. I think you might just be late. I am Roger Harbor said, for now, you so correct, bro. I appreciate it, man. It's like obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious. People just got to think about that, bro. And it just doesn't work for a lot of that, man. Yeah, I find it a little ironic that the money team is the one promotional company that's worried about saving money. No, they said they're not going to lose money. They're about the money, keeping the money. You know what I mean? Hey, no worries. I am Roderick Harbor. Ain't no worries, man. That's all good. No worries at all, friend. I appreciate your support, brother, for coming by the channel. Mike Kirk say, you too smart for most people for now. I mean, I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, dude, like the silliness it's just obvious. Some of it's just obvious. Okay. Like you don't like whatever prejudice you got against dudes like that, dog, just leave it on the corner. They got problems too, bro. Their life ain't no easier. You know what I mean? Their lives ain't no easier, bro. And honestly, man, my mother is mixed race. They ain't never trying to hear that. They ain't never tried to hear that crap. What they would say is, if you didn't say you were passing. So now you got casted, I'm confused because my mother. Yeah, all right, you be all confused you want. You ain't confused. You ain't confused. You know you ain't white, don't you? You ain't confused about that. You know what I'm saying? He said TMT is a smart team. Cha-ching. Yeah, they ain't about to just throw money away. But they're saying that the building ain't, so they're not confused about that. Your mother is. You not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about what you are. We ain't talking about her. We talking about you. And ain't nobody ever confused Andre Ward with a white man. So stop it. You all have to say, well, he's not really black because of what his dad is. But you couldn't tell that if you looked at him. You can't look at Andre Ward and tell me that you know that Andre Ward is anything different than me. You can't tell me that you look at Andre Ward and be like, oh, yeah, he's the mixed one. Get out of here. My son is on a basketball team with somebody that's mixed. And the mixed kid is at least 5 shades darker than my son is. Who would be the mixed kid? The kid, my son, or him? Why? Because his son, the one has a very, very dark-skinned dad, like, a black-skinned father and a white woman. And my wife and me, the average skin tone just wound up being lighter than the mixed kid. My son ain't confused. That kid, only thing that would confuse him is his mother telling him that he's not something. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. Blake Griffin. Yeah, exactly. Floyd should sign Rashidi. Then he would have been good. And what do you think, Fanon? I don't know if he'd be good with Floyd. I don't think Floyd only going to be good with like 2 or 3 fighters. I don't know if they have the bandwidth to have 30, 40 fighters. I don't know if they have the bandwidth. I think that Floyd and those guys will probably be good with like 2 or 3 fighters that are really good fighters that they can promote. I think Floyd would be good with Terrence Crawford. I think Floyd would be good with any fighter that they really believe that is a really, really, really special fighter. I think that they can do it. For now, they just mad because light-skinned brothers get all the sexy women. It's not true, though. Manuel Estevez, that's not true. It's not true. First of all, there's a lot of really pretty, very dark-skinned women. They're the ones that tend to like light-skinned dudes. The light-skinned women tend to like dark-skinned men. At least that's the generality that I've seen. Light-skinned black women really that like black men like dark-skinned men. A whole lot of women, period, like really dark-skinned black men. That's why I was like, dude, they can shut up with all that crybabying around me. They get all the women they ever need. Black-skinned black men get a lot of women. Do not think they do not. They do. They can cry. They know they're a rich man. If they talk about women, they're rich men crying broke. I'm trying to tell you. King Judah said, in biology, they teach African genes are the most dominant. That's why anybody mixed with the look and act like black people naturally. Much love in that super chat, King Judah. No doubt, it's definitely dominant. You said it's like pouring chocolate syrup in the milk. Yeah, pretty much. Much love in that super chat, brother. Y'all hit me up real quick, man, at the end of the chat. Thank you. And he said, George Wood said, off topic, last time, I hope our VP, black or Indian woman, it counts. She's black. Without a doubt. She went to Howard. It is an AKA. She's definitely black. She grew up in the United States. She interned with Willie, what's his name? Willie Brown in San Francisco. And with what's the name? What's the congresswoman's name? What's the congresswoman's name? Her mentors were black. Yeah, whatever. But she's raised in America. She AKA. So I know what she identifies as. She identifies as a black woman. She's an AKA. I got Jamaican noops. They're Jamaican noops. They are black. Except for, I will tell you though, I've definitely heard some funny things said about mixed people from Jamaicans that were black. But it is what it is. I had a friend that was married to a Jamaican, and she told me that he wasn't black. And I looked at him like, you not black? He was like, man, Like, dude, he just wiped his head. He was just like, oh man, he just like, oh man, don't get me started. You know what I mean? He's like, man, just don't get me started. But look, man, he said, Tony Robbins said, I love it. This is probably the only channel that starts on boxing, crosses over to business 101, accounting 100, and paralegal prerequisites, then gets into genetics. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Gee, I'm sorry. Terry Sue, no, not fact. I'm dark skinned and love dark melanated women and have dark melanated girls. No, I'm not saying that they are. Dude, first of all, y'all can definitely do that now. Y'all don't get super deep. You get super dark by mixing with super dark people. There's a bunch of really dark skinned women that will not date light skinned men. I know people, whatever floats your boat, bro. However, I'm just as black as any one of y'all. And I'm going to tell you, and I would say that to y'all any day of the week. I cannot go through the childhood that I went through, being the darkest thing within a 10-mile radius, and then I jump somewhere and all of a sudden I'm not black. Man, get out of here. I paid my black tax. You better get up out of here. You don't get to tell me what I am. And my mama dang sure will tell you, you don't get to tell me what I am. You know, you can kick rocks with all of that drama. You know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is, though. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you so much for your support. And with that, I'm out. Peace.